evening, sports fans. ASMR Sports, welcoming you back to 1987, with an exception. So I've had some requests to do a price guide lookup video using one of my old Beckett's, and I thought that seemed like a great idea, especially with this overhead camera view that I've been wanting to utilize a bit more now that I've got it set up. And this is a case where it's very helpful because the magazine, when opened, is quite wide, and it's very difficult to get in the normal camera setup that I use. So this is good for that. So every weekend, one of my routines is to check Sirius XM. I don't know if any of you all listen to Sirius, but I subscribed, about maybe like 6 or 7 months ago, maybe. I subscribed because I had a new vehicle, and I got when you register a new vehicle, you get spammed by Sirius and a few other companies, trying to get you to sign up for their services for your new car. And I got a promotion that seemed like a pretty good deal. It was like, I don't know what it was. It was like $50 or maybe something for a year, and normally it's like $30+ a month. So I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. Anyways, one of the things they do on Sirius, they have a lot of 80s, 90s channels dedicated just to those decades. And one of the things they do on the 80s channel is every week, every Friday, they have a top, I think it's a top 40 or top 20. I don't know. I think it's maybe top 20. But anyway, it's a countdown that is from basically, that week, like this week, January 12th, back in, some prior year of the 80s, and this year was 87, so they did the top, 20 countdown of songs as it said on January 12th, 1987. I think that's just like an amazing kind of little time capsule. And it made me think of the year 1987. So I said, you know what, I'm going to get some 87 baseball cards, and who of course doesn't love 87 tops. Unfortunately, I could not find a price guide, at least a Beckett from 87, so I kind of got the closest one I could find, which was fall of 89, which was a time when a lot of the stuff in the 87 sets was, quite valuable. Okay, thanks. Sorry, I had to edit out a section of this video where my printer was calibrating and making a lot of noises. Alright, so this box actually, I think I was saying that the 89 price guide should show, some pretty interesting pricing information for some of the cards in here, which were, getting hot in some cases. But the 87 top set, of course, is a classic. Now, I wanted to show you this box in particular because it's kind of interesting. You see the wrapping on here, which is actually pretty much fallen off, but I kept it on here so you can see it. This wrapping has a sticker on it that says SWC3471, and what this box is, as indicated by this wrapping and the sticker, is a box that was distributed through Sam's Warehouse Club back in 87. Sam's, I gather, it's funny because I feel like my mom would have been probably a member of Sam's Club back then. She had a membership for her work. I don't ever really remember getting baseball cards from there, so they might just not have had them in mine. Anyway, Sam's Warehouse had, back in the, I think, 80s, kind of 87 through probably 90, or maybe 91, they would have have baseball card boxes in their warehouse, and I don't know what what the pricing was like. I imagine it was probably a little better than what you could get at the hobby shop. But anyways, these boxes were wrapped like this, and this cellophane ended up being quite susceptible to like aging. So I have a few of these boxes, and some of the wrapping on them is really falling off. Others are pretty well intact, but the nice thing is, this is basically like from a sealed case box, because it was wrapped at the store, and they should be nice pristine packs. Glory 1987 tops. I'm probably not going to do a ton of these. I'm going to put the remainder of these packs up for sale. Probably like $1 a piece, for those who would like to partake in some of this stuff. I also have 87 Donruss packs up for sale from a recent video, for those who want to make a really excellent 87 experience. 87, they put the little kind of cutout box cards on the back of the box instead of on the bottom, which is where they were for 86 and before. I think that they started, well, boy, actually I think they only did that in 86. They did not do it in 85 for baseball, but they did do it for football. And then 84, I don't think they did it for any sport. So yeah, kind of weird. Kind of started in 85, but not on baseball, strangely enough. Anyways, I don't know, this box is so bright with the yellow, the red, and the green. I just love these old boxes, man. They just really bring back memories for me. Yeah. So if we open up, so again, this is from September 1989, and that would have been deep into the playoffs, back when there was only the World Series really in October, I think. As they've stretched the playoffs to be longer and longer, we get like division series happening like dang near end of October, and threaten to have November baseball if the World Series runs to 7 games. Yeah, so this would have been, the sort of end of the season, but still in the baseball season, which tends to be, a time when, especially players who are in, on the playoff teams and are doing well, their cards really blow up in anticipation that they may be World Series champs. Reader's Right, one of my favorite sections of Beckett. I'm not going to go through this whole thing. Let us see though who is. I want to see if I can zoom. Or I know I can zoom in. Just have to remember where that is. Okay, here we go. So let's check out the hot list. That's all further I can zoom in, unfortunately, because I think it will be interesting. So noticeably, Bo Jackson is #1 on the hot list, which is kind of what I suspected. And of course, he has rookie cards in these 87 tops that we will open, so I'll be interested to see the pricing on those. Kevin Mitchell also is hot at this time, playing for the Mets. And both these guys are on the way up, because you see this number in parentheses was the spot they were in before on the hot list, and Bo Jackson was 3, now he's #1. Kevin Mitchell was #4, now he's #2, so these guys are both kind of, top of the chart with the bullet, but Kevin Mitchell also has rookie cards in this 87 top set. Next on the list, Will Clark. Guess who, who has rookies in the 87 top set? That's right, Will Clark. So I think this magazine, this September 89 magazine, is actually going to be pretty telling, or pretty interesting to see, the pricing of 87 stuff. let's see just who else. So Greenwell also has a rookie in this 87 Topps stuff. So does Ruben Sierra. Mark McGuire, like, has sort of a rookie. He had a 85 like Topps card that was a sort of #1 draft, or no, it was a USA Baseball kind of insert set. Actually subset, I think, technically. So if not for that, his rookie card would also be in this 87 Topps. Jose Canseco, you know, his first Topps card, really, some consider that a rookie, is in this 87 Topps set. You know, all these Wade Boggs, Nolan Ryan types are also, you know, base cards. Barry Larkin has a rookie card in this set. So, I would say, it's funny, Jose Canseco, number 14 on the hot list, number 2 on the cold list. Used to see stuff like that a lot, so a lot of love-hate going on there. Sorry, I keep hitting the friggin' microphone here with my... I have to, if I look down the sort of top of my headphones, I kind of threatens to hit the microphone, so I gotta adjust a little bit. Alright, so there you go. So, right here is where we got 87 time. I'm going to zoom back out so I can see the whole page here. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. You probably have to kind of have this on a tablet or something in order to see this fine of print, but we'll give this a go and see if we want to make any improvements for future videos like this. As you can see, the set itself was going up pretty significantly, 32. Actually, it would be fun to do some 87 Fleer like this because, man, they had some big dollar cards in that set. 87 Topps, of course, was the poor man's selection of 87 baseball card designs, but it was certainly the thing that I opened the most of while I sort of, drooled about the possibility of having Donruss or Fleer, and Fleer especially was, probably the least produced. It's funny because you can get 87 Fleer stuff for like dirt cheap now, almost. But back in, this 89 time frame when this Beckett was out, that stuff was the hottest, thing on earth. People just could not get enough of that 87 Fleer. So let's just open this up, shall we? If I bring this up kind of closer to the camera, this overhead view, you can get close to my microphone as well. Just some of these nice wrapper sounds. I do want to get my secondary microphone set up here so I can kind of have the nice sounds closer to the table I'm working at, but for now. So, one thing I note is that gum, left zero residue on this, and, was just not stuck at all to the cards, so these packs are in pristine condition, folks. That the fact that gum did not stick at all or really leave any residue indicates that this is the side that the back seal was on, so there's a little wax on there, but this is the gum side. Indicates that these packs were stored incredibly, well, and never exposed to really any moisture, which is sort of the #1 killer of wax packs that have gum in them, because that gum will absorb the moisture, turn to sticky gooey mush, and start to affect not only the card it's directly against, but probably 2, 3, 4 cards down, if it's bad enough. So you buy stuff that's, been through some Florida summers, or maybe 20 Florida summers, and you're gonna have some bad gum stuff in there, but these are in really good shape, so that's very good. First up, we got Lou Whitaker. I don't think, although it's funny, there are a lot of cards listed here. If I looked at like a price guide today for the 87 tops, there'd probably be like 5 cards listed. Here we have, there's probably, I don't know, a couple hundred cards maybe, I would say, maybe 150. So a lot of cards are listed in the price guide back in 89 that, would not be listed today. So let's see, number 661, Lou Whitaker, if he is listed, and he is not, so I was not surprised to not see Lou Whitaker. Dave Parker probably will be listed. 691, yeah, Dave Parker listed at 15 whole cents for this guy. Mark Langston is not going to be listed for a minute there, back around this time, well, maybe about 88. His stuff was, he was a pretty hard-throwing young pitcher. His rookie cards certainly had some value. I bet his 85 tops is probably, listed, but, 4 years down the road, or 3 years down the road, let's see, 85, 86, 2 years in baseball cards down the road, his cards are really not going to be worth anything, so I'll look him up. Oh my god, all that spiel, and then he's listed 15 cents. I guess he was still pretty popular at that time. Now, this is certainly going to be listed. Andy Allenson, rookie card. I don't know by 89 what this guy was doing with his life, but I remember, this card being a all-star rookie card, and, remembering this guy didn't really do a whole lot, so I think he'll be listed, but probably not. Wow, he is not listed, so I'm guessing, this being his rookie card, he did not have much of a career shortly after his 87 or 86 debut, really. Let's see what he did in 86. So he had a 225 average, 1 home run, 28 RBIs, 280 slugging percentage. Yeah, kind of a mystery as to why he was an all-star rookie. I guess do they do like one kind of rookie cup card per position? If so, maybe he was just the best, rookie catcher, which is kind of interesting because most rookie catchers do not get to jump straight into a starting role. They start as like a backup for a year or so, and then graduate. So understandable that rookie catchers are not going to have impressive stats, at least not in terms of total numbers, but in terms of average. You'd think you'd find somebody with like a 250 batting average. Anyway, Andy Allenson, not I guess worth anything back. And then Greg Minton, I guarantee, is not going to be in the price guide. Just a really long-term veteran pitcher that never really, he was with the Giants for many years. Not sure if he ever was on any other teams, but he did have a 180 ERA back in 79, 4-3. Interesting. Looks to probably be a reliever, I guess, but not sure about Greg Minton. I'm not going to look him up. I know he's not in there. Same with this guy, Joaquin Andar. Big old long-term veteran from the 70s. Now, Mike Aldretti, probably going to be in here. I think this would have been a rookie card. Let's see, 71. Mike Aldretti rookie card, 20 cents on this guy. Look out, folks, we're moving up in the world. So this is the first card worth more than 15 cents that we've seen. Lamar Hoyt, I'm not going to look up. Another kind of 80s veteran. Bobby Valentine, manager card. Brooke Jacoby, I guess he might be in here. 405, no, not in there. Rafael Centeno, I always thought this was a cool looking card. Something about Mets colors on these 80s baseball cards seems like really cool to me. I don't know, that blue, dark blue and the orange, such a nice combination of colors, I feel. But Rafael Centeno, not really much of a star. We'll look him up just for fun. Not in single big star yet, guys. The most value any card has been is 20 cents. So we're getting really skunked. R.J. Reynolds is next. Ron Robinson. Bob Horner might be. He was a big, kind of home run strikeout guy. Starting this late 70s, 660. Let's see if Bob Horner makes the grade. No, he does not. He does not. All right, Reed Nichols. I don't really know what happened to this guy. Was around for a while, but I don't really know if he ever did much. Clearly a defensive specialist because his stats are pretty awful. Career 266 average, I guess, is not horrible. He did have a 302 average in 82 in only 245 at-bats. And then 285 the next year, but clearly just kind of a role player because he never really had that many games or at-bats. Rob Wilfong and Bob Welsh, man, we got absolutely nothing in that pack, guys. It was insane. I don't know if I've ever seen a worse pack. I mean, again, we're using 1989 pricing, so a lot of stuff is worth good money in this back then. But yet we still pulled just a few 15-cent cards and nothing else. Man, I got high hopes for the rest of these packs. It's like how thick these guys are. So thick, these packs with 15, 17 cards. My God, that's just a ton of cards. These days you get 10, 12 cards, even on most low-end products. So once again, just no gum damage whatsoever. Very nice. Baseball, spring fever baseball. Okay, let's see, Mike Davis. Bo Diaz. Lots of commons. Jim Beatty. No, what? He looks like the manager, but I don't think he was a manager back then. So let's see what pitcher. Okay, just hanging out. Lonnie Smith. I kind of want to look up Lonnie. I feel like he's not going to be listed, but yeah, not listed in there. Franklin Stubbs for a minute was a pretty, decent young player. I remember his rookies were in 85 tops, along with Mark Langston, and they had some value. So I remember, sort of thinking those were pretty good cards. He is not listed though in this product. Billy Sample, Hubie Brooks. Be interested to see if he is in here. He was another one of these guys that people were excited about for a minute. Let's see, he had 100 RBI in 85, so he's the kind of guy that I think, the hobby would have said, okay, let's pick up his rookie cards. But I don't, not in here. Len Matuzak, I think I saw a big name coming up. Yes. Oh, no, I thought that was Mike Schmidt. Juan Samuel. Yikes. 255, let's see. Oh, he is listed at 12 cents, so a new low for listed card prices. Alright, Jerry Royce. I think that's Jerry Royce is how I would say that. Steve Carlton, our Hall of Famer. This was his last card. I mean, it's funny, back in the 80s, Steve Carlton was kind of this sort of washed up dude that, you'd heard of, but didn't have much appreciation for, but his career is quite impressive. He started back in 65, and he was a very good, obviously Hall of Famer, a very good pitcher in a lot of the, kind of early 70s years. But, by the time I would have started collecting in like 86 or 87, he was definitely on the weekend of his career, and just sort of hanging on to see how many more innings he could pitch. But I think he's definitely going to be worth at least like 25 cents, 718. 20 cents only. Okay. Well, I think, did we have a 20-cent card in the first pack? I think maybe we had one, but if not, then this is the most valuable card we've got so far. Al Pulido. Fisk, finally another decent name. 756. Carlton Fisk, only 12 cents for that Hall of Famer, man. Which wasn't in the Hall of Fame then, so. Jeff Reed and Bob Ojeda. Wow, another pretty dismal pack. Oh man, there's like so many rookies you can get that had, a good amount of value in 89. I'm gonna go until we get at least one like solid rookie like Will Clark, Jose Canseco, Bo Jackson. Somebody. Anybody. Alright, Brian Downing. Gary Templeton. Otis Nixon looking all business right on that photo. Ken Herbeck, I want to look up. 679. He was the big star of the championship Twins team. That was 17 cents back then. Of course, this price guide was in between the first World Championship the Twins ever won, which was 87, and then their return to glory in 1991, when you could hardly even believe that the Twins could be back in the World Series again after that magical 87 season. Alright, Danny Tartable. First Topps card. He did have like 85 Donruss, so he was in other products much earlier than this, but first Topps card nonetheless. And we'll see when we look this up that it's going to say FTC by it. For first Topps card, 476 FTC. Alright, finally. We got a decent card, at least by standards of an 1889. This is 80 cents in the price guide. Cool card. I love all these cards. With the All-Star Rookie 87 Topps was the first year in quite a while that Topps used this little rookie card, this little All-Star Rookie logo, and then they also, just to blow our minds, created a new type of rookie card that said Future Stars across, and that's what the Bo Jackson has. So 87 was just a watershed moment in sports baseball cards for Topps. Dave Righetti probably is in here. 16. Oh, no, not listed. Okay, Larry Parrish. Chuck Tanner. Donnie Moore. Doug Corbett. Jim Wolford. Alex Trevino. Okay, I kind of like Pegs. Pagliarulo back then. He was a Yankee infielder, just what I wanted to be. All right, we gotta get somebody good here. Got 2 more packs bonus. If I get a decent rookie in this first one, I'll probably skip the second, but if I don't, I gotta go to the second. Once again, everything real clean. We're going to open until we get a card worth $1 or more. Brett Butler. I think we did it. Wally Joyner. I think he's going to be $1. That was... let me see. Did he have an 86? I think this is a true rookie because he did not have an earlier card in other sets. Didn't have an 86 Donruss. Didn't have an 86 Fleer. Yeah, so this would be a true rookie card. 80 is the number. I think this is going to be, $1.25. So there you go. There's our big rookie for this video. Very cool. I just love these cards. So cool to look at these. I love the weird font there. I love the logo. I love this kind of, mid-action picture. Not the best, but probably pretty good by 87 Topps photography standards. There's a lot of crap like this, just sitting there in a practice shirt. I mean, he's a manager, so you're not going to catch him doing, diving catches, but still, you could see him talking to a player, walking on a field, or something like that, right? Or like Gary Ward, they got him, in the warm-up circle, on deck circle, warming up his swings, doing absolutely nothing. And, terrible picture. This is probably a spring training that's like a palm tree in the back. It's usually a dead giveaway. They did a... So yeah, that Wally Joyner I think is a beautiful card. Brian Fisher. Another Dave Rigetti. So Dave Rigetti must have 3 cards in this set. All-Star card, Record Breaker, and his base card. Dwight Evans, I wonder if he'll be listed. I kind of feel like he's not going to be, but yeah, not listed. Mike Diaz, Nick Isaski, I wonder if he's listed. He got really hot for a minute back in the 80s. Yeah, not listed. George Bamberger. Anybody remember him? I do not. Carl Best. Randy St. Clair. Juan Augusto. There you go. Doc Gooden. Very nice. Let's check that out. 130. I bet that's going to be like 40 cents. 70 cents. Man. Huge. So just real quickly, let's look at the biggest prices in here. So that Joyner at $1.25. It's one of the maybe a dozen or so cards that are over $1. Devon White, good rookie back then, is $1. Wade Boggs base is at $1.25, so that's kind of crazy for a base card. And Ben Mattingly is probably similar priced. Bo Jackson, $2.25 with a bullet. Kind of surprised that's not worth actually a little bit more, given how hot he was. Mike Greenwell, $5. Man, that's crazy. Ruben Sierra, $1.75. Greg Swindell, $1. He was a pitcher. Mark McGuire, $3. Will Clark, $3. Don Manley base, $1.50. I bet he's the highest base. Dwight Gooden. It's funny, they have a couple of these error cards. And one of them is a Don Mattingly that's worth $2. I wonder if that's got any value today, like even graded as a PSA 10 or something. I mean, anything in his PSA 10 has got value, but I don't know if we saw any All-Star cards here, except that Rigetti. I don't think that error is on his. But kind of cool. I sort of forgot that there were error cards in here. I'll have to maybe look through some of my Mattinglys to see if I can find that. Jose Canseco first Topps card. That was a All-Star Rookie Cup card. Goes for $3.75. Barry Larkin, now a Hall of Famer, $1.50 with a bullet. Rafael Palmeiro was a Future Stars card, $1.25. Kevin Mitchell, $2 again. He was really hot at this time, putting up loads of home runs for the Giants. Yeah, because 88 was when the Giants won the series, I believe. So yeah, he had a monster year and was just a huge home run hitter. That's kind of it for the top cards. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed. That was fun. Look forward to doing that again. Maybe with some other cards from the 80s or 90s that I remember, being pretty hot. So thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll catch you all next time. You have a great one, and we'll see you again. Bye now.